Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Just letting everyone know I have started doing the hydroxypropyl beta cyclodextrin administration. I did my first one yesterday by enema. I've got my application device and it seemed to go pretty well. Like the solubility was great. I've got it in a smaller container and then obviously I've got it in a sealed bag. I've got it out at the moment, but I've got it in a Ziploc bag as well, just to make sure no moisture gets to it. Keep it in a cool, dry place. At the moment I'm keeping the open ones in the fridge. I don't know if that's good or not. In a sealed container, it might be best to keep it in a cool, dry place like I do with the bag, but I'm not sure. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, now I'll show you basically how I make it. It's pretty simple. The powder's really easy. It's basically a uniform white powder. It's really fine. Obviously, basically because it's hydroxypropyl beta cyclodextrin, nothing else really. The contaminants are tiny. I think it's like what is it on the COA? We have 0.066 beta dex, 0.012 beta propylene glycol, and then we have 0.0014 propylene oxide. So yeah, it's basically like 99.2% hydroxypropyl beta cyclodextrin, which is amazing. But it's EP grade IV, so even though I'm not going to be IV in it, the quality's really good. And obviously the company that I got it from specialise in producing and manufacturing the many different cyclodextrins. But this is the one I want, 2-hydroxypropyl beta cyclodextrin. It's the best one from the research that I've done. The one that does the least work on the kidneys, which is the most important thing, because basically that's where other products are going to be excreted. It works in the artery wall to help basically absorb. It basically plucks out the cholesterol that's in the artery wall and the plaques, and then you basically just pass it out through your urine. So I have the sterilised water. Basically I use my filter, and then make sure it's well boiled, and then put it in my container. It's just a glass jar, and then let it cool a bit so it's lukewarm. Ideally you'd want a thermometer, but because it's in such a small container and it's a glass one, I can check when it's warm enough or cool enough. And then I've got my scales as well, and I need 10 grams per, that's 10 mil. It'll end up being more than 10 mil in my applicator, because obviously you've got the 10 mil water and the 10 grams of powder, so the volume will be more. But what I do is I just leave it in the, I don't want to waste any, so I'll leave it in the container for next time. So I'm just gonna put this powder in. I use a small spoon, so don't overdo it. Okay, so sorted. So what I've done is I've got a double-walled container with boiling water and then just a stirring device. Just to help mix it. When we just stir it, you'll see that it does clump to the spoon a bit, but you just have to keep on stirring it. The solubility is quite good, it just takes a while to mix. Obviously the stronger you do the solution, the more it'll stick to the spoon. But yeah, you can see it's getting there. It might take a while, but... And then obviously I've got a lid for this container, so I can just sort of invert it and roll it around or shake it if I need to, but I've not had to shake it so far. The solubility has been quite good. As you can see, it's not sticking to the spoon as much now. And then the consistency is normally like sugar syrup. So if you've ever made sugar syrup before, that's the sort of consistency that you're getting it to. This one's a bit runnier. Should have a bit too much water in this one. But I've done the initial doses weaker. I'm still sort of starting out on it. And I've only got one kidney, so I've got to be careful. I did a blood test before I started. My EGFR is over 99, so that's really good. And then I'll be doing a blood test after a month just to make sure my kidney function is still where it needs to be. And then I will also be doing, I did a lipid panel yesterday before I started, and then I'll be doing a lipid panel in a month to see what effect it'll have on my lipids. I'm not really using it to have an effect on my lipids. I'm basically just using it to help clear any peripheral arteries of any plaque that's in there. Because I've got familial hypercholesterolemia, and I did not diagnosed until 33. So I've had 33 years of high cholesterol levels. So I need to make sure that all my arteries are sorted. My coronary scan was great, but obviously peripheral arteries are a different thing. So I will hopefully see results of this, because I do have some circulation issues. So, applicator, just make sure. I have rinsed it out, there's a bit of water residue in there, I'll just get it out. Cool. So, got my applicator, got my solution, and then basically all I do is I fill it up to 10 ml. The good thing about having a see-through one is I can see when it gets to 10 ml. So, pretty straightforward. Just whack it in, get it all sorted. Obviously I'm not going to be showing you how to apply it, it's pretty straightforward anyway. It's basically like just having a suppository but with a solution. But yeah. Let's make sure it's all the way up. Cool. And then there you go. That's it. So it's 10 ml. And then I just stick that upside down and I can put it up whenever I want to apply it. At the moment, my strategy is to do it in the morning upon waking. Basically, that's when my lipids are going to be at their most optimal, i.e. the lowest. So that is when, and obviously when I'm awake in the morning I can drink more. If I'm asleep I'm not really controlling my fluid intake as well. And it also means I can supplement potassium citrate as well and keep on top of my kidney function. I take a few other things, but potassium citrate's the main thing. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some good results in a month. I am utilising other stuff such as fibrinolytics. even though I'm not that old. When you're older, you do get more fibrous plaques, but it's just in case. I want to target it from as many angles as possible, and then just try and be as healthy as possible. But it's great that we've got stuff like this available. It's not too, as you see, it's not too hard to do. The main thing is making sure you've got the right product. It's a specific CAS number, I think it's 128 455 something. I can't really see it on the COA. I did contact the manufacturer with many emails to make sure. They do their own NMR and chromatography testing. They're the best manufacturer I could find at a reasonable price. If you're buying from Europe, it's crazy. It's a Chinese manufacturer, of course. Most of the beta-cyclodextrins used for any purposes made in China, just because they can do it for so cheap. But yeah, I'll let you know how I get on, and hopefully that'll help some of you, and then it'll help me too, because I'm sure I'll be receiving some feedback, because it's always about learning from other people and learning as much as you can from the research, and then just applying the science. That's all you can do. Keep on living your best lives, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.